Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is the average car review channel, and basically what we do is we review everyday cars for everyday people. Cars, SUVs, whatever, you know. We review it so that, hey, a future buyer or someone who's looking into it knows exactly what they're getting into, knows what they're looking for. You know, hopefully my videos will help out people who are interested in these cars. We're going to be reviewing new cars, old cars, you know, whatever we have, we'll do it, no problem. And I hope you guys stay tuned, subscribe, push the like button, and let's start off with our first car. First car that we'll be reviewing on the channel is the 2018 Audi Q5. Okay, it's the black interior, black exterior. The 2018 Premium Edition comes in several different trims: Premium, Premium Plus, the Prestige, as well as the SQ5, which is the normal. Obviously, you can see I've been driving it for a while, a little on the dirty side, but that's what you get when you live in Pennsylvania. Overall, really nice car on the outside. Really like the body designs. Now this is a nice little walk around. Alright, we'll head back to the front of the car. Just check these keys out for a second. So you see, nice little ergonomical key, very easy to hand, fits right in your palm of your hand very nicely. It's really nice. You have your unlock, lock, trunk, and panic. There we go. Unlock it. Lights automatically come on. Hit it one more time. All the doors are unlocked. Okay. Again, excuse the car for being dirty. Alright. So we already have one speaker here. Big one. Black on black leather interior. Again, sorry, it's a little dirty. One of the big things that they've now come out with. Oh, let's get inside. Let's start the car, foot on the brake, and press. Okay, car started now. Okay, first things first, let's, I guess, take this all in. This is everything. This is the center console, the steering wheel, the speedo, the rev limiter, I guess, whatever you want to call it, rev gauge. Wow, couldn't think of the word. Gas gauge, all that good stuff. Here we have the heat. That's a little center thing. This is the premium model. This does not come with the navigation. So if you see the center screen right here on the steering wheel, we can toggle. We'll use this rolly thing. So first thing option, you can see the scroll bar here on this side. So first option, we can see the date and the time. We scroll down a little bit. Now we have the speed. Scroll down again. We have our miles per gallon. Go down again. We have our range, followed by short-term memory, which is when you just started the car, start driving. This is your short trip. This is your long-term memory, which is the longest trip. And you can reset it just by pressing and hold. So if I go back to short term, press and hold, bam, now it's starting it from 0. Okay, and this is for energy consumers. Obviously you can see air conditioning. Haven't really figured this out or looked into it at all yet, mostly because I'm not really using air conditioner or any of the other things, I guess, that it uses. Normal seatbelt light. That's the parking brake light for the e-brake. Speedos looks really nice. I really like the design of the lettering of the Audis. Looks beautiful. The traditional, you don't have it at the bottom. You just have like a little switch thing right here. So you would pull this down, and you can move the steering wheel in, out, up, down. You know, all that good stuff. So let's go back. Put that back up. Now it's locked in place again. One of the neat feelings is the paddle shifters. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me turn the music, a little bit of background music playing. See if you can hear that. right over here as well. And it's just a slight movement. I don't know if you can see how little the movement is. That's all it takes. Nice, firm feel, slap it in, and it's good. Really like the feel of these paddle shifters. Soon to come in the review would be the 2018 Toyota Camry SE in the future. And we'll get a feel for those paddle shifters as well. Not as comfortable, they kind of feel plastic and chunky, but yeah, this is what we're doing, the Q5. Very, as you can tell, my hand isn't that big, but bam, that's what they've reduced it down to for the center airbag and the horn, which is nice. This would be the navigation. However, you see there, navigation is not installed. Okay, let's click this. This is not an option either. Okay, that's obviously for that. This is for our view, so we can change that. Minimum display on. Okay, that's for back. And then if we go back to here, we can, like I was saying before, scroll up. One of the other things is these side buttons. So go here, this is automatically the first option. Go here, this should be your music or your station. So if you connect it via Bluetooth, you'll be able to scroll through your songs and select whatever songs you'd like to select. Okay, we go right again. This is your directory, and you can choose from who you'd like to call various different people as well, and call them directly from there by hooking up to Bluetooth. Same basic controls there. Windshield wipers. One thing that's different on this Q5 that I've noticed is for the windshield wipers. Normally, normal up and down movement, sure, that's cool. But to activate the rear, you see rear, you push. Now what pushing this out will do is it'll squirt the let's see in the back. I'll show you. Oh, see that? Actually, it's the back one, but that just cleans the back. If you click this button here, that is the actual toggle to turn it on and off, and it turns it on and off. So once it's on, there's no real speed that you can set it at. It's intermittent. And there we go. We can see the drive select. Let me change that. Move that back. There we go. Anyways, so yeah, that's with the what I was mentioning with the toggle for the windshield wipers. This takes a little bit getting used to, but it's a really interesting feature, I guess. Simplifies it a little bit as well. Okay, that's that. Cruise control right here again. So once you're going, you press it, it sets it to that speed. Same thing, you'd like to cancel it. Push once, cancel it all the way. Push all the way out. Okay, you want to resume. Once you set it, you want to resume it, you push. Cool thing about it is you'll actually see it over there. Right over here. Yeah, see, right over here is what it issues. Cruise control speed. So, increase speed, decrease speed, cancel, off. You can keep it off. I just keep it in this normal mode so that it can be activated if need be. Now, if we move on to the center console area, this is the screen that comes stock with the Audi. It's really awkward. It's not touchscreen or anything, and it doesn't even fold in and go in, which is what I was hoping would happen, but it doesn't. They have a button here to disengage the screen. However, all it really does is turns the screen off, which is really, disappointing. So let's just turn that back on. This is your hill assist. These are just, I guess, and maybe in the Prestige models, these would have something, but unfortunately, we don't have it here. Your traction control button here. And this button is to turn off the infamous auto start stop. Now, it's off if I'm driving around and I stop at a stop sign or a red light, my engine will stay on. But if I have that option just normal like it is, once I get to the light, it will turn off, which I'm not really too happy about. So we usually keep this off. And now we come to the awesome drive select. Now if we look back here, while I press one of the up buttons, there's different modes. There's off-road mode, comfort mode, auto mode, dynamic mode, and individual mode. Now individual mode sounds a little weird. Basically what it does is, if I click on the steering wheel, individual mode, oh no, here we go. Individual mode, come on, there we go. See, so that's really the only options in that. You can do the engine trans you want it in dynamic, sport, you know, or auto, and then on top of the steering as well. Personally, I just keep it in comfort mode. It drives really nice in comfort mode. I love it. It's a great vehicle in comfort mode. Moving from comfort mode, we have the normal AC options, you know, for the temperature options, excuse me, and then for your defoggers. And then here, this is not touchscreen either, but you have these little toggles here at the bottom. You know, these are kind of touchscreen, so I'm just kind of putting my finger and it's going automatically, which is nice. So that doesn't work. You actually have to take the toggle and push it down, push it up. Same thing, push it up, push it down. AC off, AC on, AC max. For the fan, turn it down. Same thing here as well. That's basic functions for us. We have a normal cigarette lighter adapter thingy, a power switch, and then over here, I don't know if you can see, but we have a USB switch, and that's a pretty powerful USB charger. And then a little cubby space over here. And then again, once you have your Bluetooth hooked up, you have these buttons. And these buttons right here, they're for like your speed dial buttons, and they're actually touchscreen, which is nice. So see, I just tapped the 7. You don't even have to push it. You just kind of breeze by it, and it automatically assigns. See, bam, I'm just breezing by it. This is your main function switch right over here. You can actually control. So you see, I'm turning it, and it moves it up and down the screen. Comfort mode, select comfort mode. Let's say I want to go to settings. So we go here, the menu button. Click the menu button, brings the menu. Now using this, I can move this up and down, left and right, and it will do everything on the screen as well. So I just usually turn it, so much easier. Turns as well. Okay. Smartphone settings, you have your normal settings there, navigation, telephone, radio. Again, radio, tap it up. Media, tap it down. This is for your auxiliary. This is for your Bluetooth as well. These buttons, same thing. They're just settings here, and click here. Folders and auxiliary settings and stuff like that. That's not really that nice. Go here. This is actually all the way off to the side. I don't like how they have this all the way off. So if you're normally driving like this or like this, you have to reach all the way. This is kind of like at the edge, kind of reaching for it right here to turn your power on, power off. And this is just your volume up and down. And that's what's confusing is right here, they show the skip buttons. And what you do is you just push it this way or push it that way. So this is to skip, this way is to return. It's a little confusing. Here you have a little cubby hole space. Usually fit for your phones. I'm currently recording on the Galaxy Note 8 with a case. It does not fit in here. Without a case, it does fit. But we all know we use cases for our phones. Again, a small little cubby space over here. Not that bad. Now this took some getting used to because it's not your typical goes all the way up, goes all the way down. No. So you put your foot on the brake, you hold, you press the button in, and you just push it forward and it automatically goes back. Now it's in reverse. Rear view camera is standard. Fantastic. And now we want to go into neutral. We just tap it down. We're in neutral now. We want to go into drive. Press and hold and push down. And now we're in drive. You see how the lever went back up. But we're in drive mode now. We want to go into sports. We just tap it down and we're in sports mode. So we'll look over here where it says comfort. I tap it down, we're in drive. Tap it again, we're in sports. Tap it again, back in drive. Now we want to park. We just hit this button right here. This is a park button. It's all the way. It's very actually difficult, like not difficult, but sometimes it's confusing because the park button is right up here where you would kind of expect the release button for the gears to be, for the shifters to be. So instead of here, you have the park button right here. So you would just foot on brake, tap it, and now you're in park. Park's been activated. Foot off of brake. This is the emergency brake. Foot on brake, push, it's off, pull, it's on. That's standard for the more recent Audis. Now if we come up here, so we have the home link for the garage doors, the speakers for the Bluetooth. Now these two things here, they're actually just normal lights. So if we click here, oh no, I don't know what these are. I haven't actually tested them out yet. We'll find out later on. I guess they look like kind of like speakers or mics or something. But cool thing about, so this, you deactivated the lights for the doors. If you push that now, once that door opens, the door's light turns on, which is pretty neat. And the cool thing about these is they're actually touch. You touch it and the lights turn on. How cool is that? It's a really neat function. So you don't actually have to click here to turn them all on. You can turn them on individually just by tapping them, touching them. It's not your typical setup. So we have our average, let's turn these back on. So we have our average cup holders, which if we take the soda out, just is like that, that's it. It hides into just a tray area. We push the tray back, we have the two cup holders, with this left side being the larger one, right side being the smaller one. Push that. Here, this is a little bit of the awkward part. If we lift the armrest up, we just see this gaping hole. Now, if we push this back, that's where it slides back, and you have access to the cup holders again, you can see. So we can store some stuff in here. It's not that big. It's only like maybe half your fingers, like let's say 5 inches deep. Enough to store most stuff. So this is this. Yeah, so let's take a step out. And let's take a step into the back and see just what the back is all about. Bam. Here we go. So same basic situation. Okay. In the back, nice and comfy. Padded leather seats. It's actually really comfortable. Surprisingly, not your normal typical leather. Here we have for the rear, the controls as well, along with the lighter charger port as well. Pretty roomy. I got some space. I'm not like super comfortable, but you know, no harm done. Comfortable enough, you know. And my seat's pretty far back. If you look at the difference between passenger seat and driver's seat, my driver's seat's pretty far back, so it's pretty comfortable as it is. You can fit a baby seat back here. I had one back here for my daughter. Let's take a look back at these lights. The lights are really nice as well. They're also they're sequential lights as well. If we open this up, is automatic. Really large area for cargo or whatever you want to have put in your trunk. You know, you could easily fit 1, 2, 3, 4 suitcases, 3 suitcases lengthwise with one on top. It's pretty good. We have an LED light over here. 1, 2, 3. So it's a pretty nice dig. And then we have the button over here for easy access. Closes it very nicely. Really quiet. Clicks. It's very nice and quiet. Man, it's cold. I'm sorry if there's wind noise. It's actually a really comfortable car. So again, if we sit back, well, before we sit, let me show you. So we have the normal, this is for your back, this is for with the seat. You can actually up and down, left and right, and then this is for the lumbar support as well. And same thing, move your seat up and down. And both the driver's side and passenger side is like this, which is the phenomenal thing. Now if we come over here to our lights, if you guys know Audi typical lights, this is for the front fog lights, this is for the rear fog lights. Basically looks like you're driving with your brake lights on. This is for your speedometer. You click that, button comes out. So I'll show you here. We dim it, make it bright. Yeah, there we go. Okay, no sunroof, unfortunately. No sunroof. But other than that, really comfortable, surprisingly. It's a very comfortable car, very easy to drive. If you've driven an Audi before, you'll easily be able to drive this one. You'll fit right in, and you'll gain the controls of it. You'll be able to drive it perfectly, just like you would drive your normal Audi, very easily. It's definitely a driver's car, very quick as well. Great thing about this Audi is it has the B9 engine, so that basically means it's the ninth generation, essentially. It uses the same engine as the Audi A4s, B9s, which is the generation. That basically makes the 2.2 liter turbocharged engine good for about 230, 240 horsepower at the wheels. That's dynoed by APR. APR also makes a tune for this vehicle. I think it's like $1,000 or something like that, maybe less. But and it jumps the horsepower and torque numbers up quite a bit. And now this car is already actually really quick and really easily drivable, and to jump it up, another notch, definitely puts it up there in a really great car range. Another really cool thing is just how quick it is. So I tested this vehicle. My 0 to 60 time was, believe it or not, really hard to believe. I was on a slight decline though. I was able to get about 6.4 seconds, and I did a quarter mile in about 14 point something seconds, which isn't bad. I think I did the quarter mile at like 110 or something like that. This thing is quick, once you put it into dynamic mode. If I show you, if I go back into, oh come on, whatever, it's not working right now. But if I was to go back into saying, if we were to take it out of comfort mode and put it into dynamic mode, it would go from dynamic mode, it would automatically go into sports mode as well. And once it's in sports mode, it's actually exceptionally quick. It activates the sport tune, in a sense, to arrange to make sure it shifts at the higher point as possible. Now, when you have it in dynamic mode in sports, it shifts about, I want to say, 6,000 RPM, which is right there at the red line, essentially. I will do a video showing the acceleration. I'll launch it again as well at a later time, and we'll see how quick it is once more. But this thing, definitely super easy to drive. Audi has outdone themselves again, creating this Audi Q5. I wasn't a big fan of the exterior when I first saw it. Same thing with the interior, not a big fan, but Audi has found a way to keep it classy, keep it clean, not too much going on, very simplistic, very sleek design, like right here, like these make it feel like you're in an aircraft. You have the two turbine looking things, and you click the activate, just kind of BS in over here. No, but I really enjoy this. It's definitely a really nice car. Starting price for the Audi Q5, believe it or not, it's actually pretty darn expensive compared to certain competitors. Audi Q5 starting price currently is at about $42,000. Now that's a heck of a lot of money, $42,000. However, you get a great vehicle for that. You get a great vehicle for that $42,000. Now that's just the starting price. You put in certain packages and so on and so forth. Fully loaded, absolutely top of the line, you're looking at about $60,000. But you know what? For this vehicle, it's definitely an amazing car. I don't know if you can see that or not. I've only, this car currently only has not even a full 1,500 miles on it. But we don't really care about breaking in engines, right? But it's a very good car. I really like it. Have a lot of fun with it. Again, padded leather, super comfortable. I don't think I've driven this car in quite a bit of weather already. I've driven it through rain, through sleet, some dry weather, mostly cold weather, just dry coldness. But one thing that I wish it did have, that it doesn't have, and Audi doesn't have these either, is remote starts. I recently just drove a Dodge Charger, and that had a remote start. I loved waking up and just clicking it 2 times and starting the car for 15 minutes. You know, they have the sports steering wheel over here as well. I don't know if I mentioned that. But that's another great feature as well. You know, really nice and firm, but the quality on the leather is really good as well. That was the short, not so short, review on the Audi Q5. If you're looking into the market of one, definitely recommended. Consumer Reviews and Kelly Blue Book and all of these guys rated the 2018 Audi Q5 to be the #1 midsize SUV on the market, beating out the likes of Mercedes, BMW, even the new Volvo XC60, which I have to say, I was at the Philadelphia Auto Show, and an absolutely phenomenal vehicle. I fell in love with the Volvo's design aspects and just the interior of it. But Audi, best bang for buck, you know, quality-wise, as well as name brand, as well as just the material used and all of that jazz. Well, as promised, here we go. We will be doing our 0 to 60 test. Ready, 3, launch control, and go. Again, ready. Ready, and as promised, I gave the 0 to 60 runs. I gave you 2 of them. Hope you all enjoyed my review of the 2018 Audi Q5, and we'll see you next week for the next car review. Thank you so much. Have a good day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. Please don't forget, subscribe, like the video, and comment below. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.